Alright guys, right now I want to kind of touch on the subject. As you know, some of you guys can see from the title. We're going to be talking about why men cheat, right? And we're going to be just as candid and as honest as possible, because I think that this is a subject that a lot of people want clarification on, especially a lot of women. I've seen women try to explain this and try to give their own hypothesis and their own definitions and stuff as into why they think men cheat. But from a guy who has, been in relationships with women and who have cheated on them, and who's come out of that lifestyle, now I'm gonna give you from my point of view, but it's also going to be a truthful point of view, and this applies to all men. And we're just going to be honest. We're going to be straight up. And I'm just going to, basically kind of give you guys the game. So the number one reason why men cheat is because of sin. All right. Now, if you don't believe in the Bible and you don't believe in the word sin or whatever, that's your business. But I'm telling you what it is, and it's truth, okay? That's number one. We live in a fallen world, and there is sin, all right? Now, to kind of get more in depth, or to kind of unpack that a little bit, people who cheat are selfish, all right? Let's just put it out there. It's selfishness. There is no, somebody made me cheat, or someone did something to where it triggered something, and then it was because of this woman that I was with, and now I don't trust anybody. It's nothing like that. It's selfishness, all right? And that's what it is. We want our cake and we want to eat it too, and honestly, that's just, those are the two main reasons why men cheat in general. All right. Now, me being a man, I'm gonna go over here. The lighting might be a little bit better. Well, actually, let me go over there. But anyway, trying to get a better view. But anyway, the reason why, when I was dating, I never cheated on my wife. Okay, I am married. Been married to her 7 years. Been together 10, but I've never cheated on her. But when I was in past relationships and stuff like that, I always had someone on the side, and I had this I had this problem, and it just this real desire for lust. You know what I'm saying? Just wanting to be with different women. I don't care who I really didn't care who it was. I don't care if she was, big, skinny, short, tall, fat, slim, whatever. It just doesn't matter. And that's why some women, they'll look at some men and they'll say, well, how could you cheat on this very beautiful woman with this other woman who's not even that attractive, and some men have a real bad sense of lust, or they have this lust spirit, and I've had it, and it's something that is like no joke, man. It is no joke. And sometimes you can't even figure it out, why you have these feelings, and why is it such a stronghold in your life. And it was so bad for me that when I was getting ready to be married to my wife, man, I was terrified, because she probably don't even know this, but she's probably going to see this in this video. But I was terrified that I would end up slipping up, and I really did not want to. And I was like, I hate to be put in a position to where, I'm caught and I'm weak and I'm vulnerable. And, I was like, I just don't want to cheat on her. I don't want to, be that type of guy. And like, I was so terrified, man. And for the first few years of our marriage, it was like I was walking on eggshells. And I'll learn how to cope with that. But I'm going to make a part 2 to this video and tell you guys how I dealt with that. But a man who has a lustful spirit, we're just talking about men. I'm pretty sure women got it too, but we're just going to be talking about men. I don't want anybody, commenting on the video saying, well, women this and women that. We just talking about men right now. But from a person who has that experience with that lustful spirit, that stronghold, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, it can get pretty bad. It can get really, really bad. And some people, they, thank God that they don't go through that, and they don't have those strongholds or that type of stronghold. But it's almost like, you become another person, what I'm saying, mentally. Sometimes these feelings become so strong that the only way that you can deal with it, man, is to, get by yourself and pray. Because, if you don't do that, then it will consume you. Now, for some of you who may not have gone through that, think about it this way. Think about if you were like on a diet, right? Let's say that the doctor, you went to the doctor and the doctor said you have, high cholesterol, or you got to cut certain things out of your diet. You can't eat certain foods. And, you start to go on a diet. Everything is nice, everything is cool. And, occasionally you think about the foods that you used to eat, but you know that you can't eat them. And then, excuse me. And then one day, someone invites you out. You go out to this restaurant, and then you see that thing that you used to love to eat that you can't eat now on the menu. And, like that feeling, it's kind of like that burning desire, like, ooh, like I really just want that. You know what I'm saying? I know I can't have it, but I really, really, really want it. Just kind of like that burning desire that you have, and times that by 10. To where you get to a point to where you start to sweat and your heart is like beating really fast and really hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is sometimes when someone has a really bad lustful spirit. You can be in the presence of someone, and especially with men, because sometimes, and women know what they be doing sometimes too. They'll say little things, or they'll kind of give you little signs and signals, but it's really, really subtle. And unless you've been in those situations before, you can pick up on it. But sometimes the average man cannot pick up on it, and a lot of times he'll fall into that trap. But a guy like me, like, I know when a woman is coming on to me like really subtly. And a lot of times, even now I've mastered it, but back then, man, when I was first trying to get control of that, like, I used to have to catch myself, because they'll say things, and then without thinking, you'll react and you'll say something, and then they'll put a little bit more sauce on it. And then depending on how you react to that, they'll keep pushing it further and further until now you'll end up in some type of a situation, that is just not good. You'll end up in bed with them or something like that. So, but that lustful spirit, man, it's something that it takes a lot of prayer. It takes a lot of one-on-one time with the Lord, man, and it takes a lot of lifestyle changes. It really does. It takes a lot of that. But that is the main reason why men cheat. Okay, just to kind of wrap it up in a nutshell, men cheat because there's sin in the world, and men cheat because they're selfish, and a lot of men cheat because they have that lustful spirit on them. They really do. And sometimes it is very, very hard to control. And I'm not giving an excuse. It's not an excuse. Okay? Because it can be overcame. Or it can be overcome. I've overcame it myself. But that is the true root of why men cheat. And I'm not saying that you have to accept it. And I'm saying that, you can forgive if you want, if a man does do that. But I'm letting you know straight up what it is. It has nothing to do with because this woman is lighter, she's taller, she's prettier. Her hair is straight. I hear that a lot from women. They say that men cheat because, or black men cheat because, some women, or they'll go to white women or something because, their hair is straighter and all of this stuff here, all of this garbage and nonsense. That ain't the reason why, man. Some men have a real bad lustful spirit. They really do. And unless they're willing to work on that, it's almost a lost cause. It's almost like you might as well just go ahead and wrap it up. So that's why I always encourage women, like, if you're gonna date, find yourself a man who is a godly man and he is open and he's honest with you. And a lot of y'all are probably saying, well, men in the church be cheating too. Yeah, but that's why you have to be discerning. You can go out into the club and probably find a good man, but the odds are really low. They're a lot lower than finding a man who was actually active in the church, But if you're not a godly woman, it don't matter anyway, because a godly man is not seeking you. He's not going to be seeking to try to change you. He's seeking a godly woman. So that's the only way that's going to work. But I'm basically just giving you guys the game right now. Just giving you the game and letting you know exactly what it is. Why men cheat. I'm going to be doing a part 2 to this video, basically kind of geared towards the men, letting them know how I dealt with it. Especially the men who who really want to change their lifestyle and who really don't want to go down that long rabbit hole, and hopefully help men who are battling this. So just stay tuned for that next video, guys.